Hi everybody, Gabe Gabrielson here. I am a real estate broker on the Seacoast. This is another community interview, and I am here today at 7North Coffee Company at where the old Lexi's used to be. And I am with owner Doug. So let's jump right into it. And Doug, tell us a little bit about the genesis of the business. How did you come up with the name?
Right. So first, thank you for having me.
My
This is
pleasure.
very nice of you. It's a great opportunity to share my story with the people, your viewers, everyone who's watching. The genesis of the story is that I've always loved coffee. I was never into specialty coffee growing up. I just really enjoyed drinking coffee. At a very early age, I was the kid who used to sneak off to the coffee table at church after we got out, and that was my first introduction to coffee. And then as I got older, I just drank it normally as anybody else would. I would go to Dunkin' Donuts, any other coffee place I could find. And it wasn't until I was in college that I started drinking black coffee because I couldn't afford cream or sugar. So I learned
starving college student.
Right. So I learned to enjoy drinking black coffee, and so fast forward, I was on a camping trip with some friends of mine, and it was the first time I had ever seen somebody use a French press.
Oh.
And they just boiled water over the fire, and they showed me how to use a French press, and I was kind of in awe because up until that point I thought you either made instant coffee on a stovetop,
right,
or you had to use a machine, and this was real nice coffee grounds, coffee beans in a French press. So that is when I first started looking at whole bean coffee, and that really opened up the world to me of what coffee is.
Yeah.
And so that was the genesis, I guess, if you will, of me into coffee. I started looking into coffee, especially coffee, and finding the different varieties and different roasters. And when I moved back to Exeter with my wife and our two young kids, we would walk around this area here, and I would always say, we need coffee on this side of town. It's like, it's great to go downtown and get coffee, but sometimes you just want to go to the corner and, grab a cup of coffee.
Right.
And there are a lot of great coffee shops in this area, and I appreciate them all, and they're all great. But I wanted something that was, closer to home, I guess. And so I would joke with her and say, if this location ever became available, I'm going to put a coffee shop in it.
Yes.
Thinking that, it never would, because Lexus was doing a great job, and and I've always been about service and service of others. Prior to this, I worked in education, and prior to that, I worked in film and television, and it was really about how can I serve others as best as possible.
Yep.
And so when this opportunity became available, I thought to myself, this is the best way to combine my love for coffee and how much I enjoy that with education and educating people about coffee and specialty coffee, and with that community service piece that I truly believe what I'm doing here is servicing the community that raised me, because I grew up in Exeter.
Oh, nice. So that's kind of your ethos, your philosophy.
In a sense, yeah. That
Customer service and education and
right.
Yeah,
right.
That's
and
fantastic.
Passion and pursuing your passion.
So tell us a little bit about kind of what you offer.
So
It's more than just coffee.
Right. So here we offer coffee, espresso drinks, and things, I always say things that go well with coffee. So we have muffins, cookies. On the weekend we have cinnamon rolls and croissants, and we're going to be expanding the menu as we go. So I always say we're going to grow as we go. Instead of offering people a ton of things at once, it really is to introduce them to the coffee, and then the things that can go well with that. So we make coffee cake muffins and mocha chip muffins every day, and then we have seasonal muffins. So we had blueberry for a while. Now we're doing these caramel muffins that have come out really good, and we're just making this stuff, as we go. Everything's house made, and I'm fortunate to have two incredible bakers. One being my mom, who's a trained baker, and we're just having fun experimenting with different things and connecting with the community and finding out what they want and engaging, like, what are different things that you might like. I love to listen. I find that you learn more by listening, than talking. And so anybody that comes in here, I'm always asking questions about what do you like, what might you like to see, and we just go from there, because it really is about what the people want. It's not about what I want.
And your beans, where do you source those from?
Yes, so my beans are from a roaster out of Ipswich, Massachusetts, called Little Wolf. They're a young couple who have been roasting for a handful of years. They win awards every year for their roasting, and they do an incredible job with a medium roast. And so the difference between a medium roast and a dark roast is that sweetness that you get out of the bean. And when you start moving towards the darker roast, you get a lot of sweetness, and you get a lot of bold and robust flavor profiles. But there's this trend that's happening now that's moving more towards a medium roast, where you can pull out a lot more of the flavor of the bean. So it might not be as sweet as you typically may like from a Starbucks or something like that, but it's going to be so much more flavorful and light on the palate and easier to drink. And I really enjoy medium roast.
Me too, that's usually what I get.
Right, and so I like to serve that to people, because I feel that the more that people try it, the more they may realize, wow, I've never had it. I've had a lot of people say I've never had anything like this.
Okay. Do you rotate your beans as far as different altitudes and different regions, that sort of thing?
Yes.
Yes.
So I will at times rotate where the beans may come from, so the different farmers. So Little Wolf, it's all direct trade. Their wave coffee, that's a whole other conversation. But they deal directly with farmers, and so they'll talk to farmers all over the world and get different beans from different areas, mostly Africa and South America. And so I will rotate which farm it's coming from, but I don't necessarily rotate dark to medium or medium to light.
Okay.
It's all medium all the time, and for now.
And let's talk about maybe hours of operation. How can they find you guys on Facebook? Do you have a website?
Yes. So I'm on Facebook and Instagram at 7North Coffee, both places. Also on Twitter, but it's not really it's not a coffee hotspot on Twitter, which is odd because you think people want to talk coffee. I don't know. Anyway, so yes, Facebook and Instagram. At 7North Coffee, and the website is 7northcoffee.com. I'm still working on the website, so right now it's just a landing page. You can sign up to be part of the newsletter, where I slowly put out information, things that are happening with the coffee shop, but there'll definitely be information about the website as it's happening.
Well, you've only been open, a month or a month and a half, is that right?
Just over, about a month and a half now.
So, you're probably drinking from a fire hose.
Yes.
Everything you have to do, so many different hats you have to wear.
Right,
so
right, yeah.
So,
and right now it's just me and my two incredible bakers, and we're just learning and experimenting and getting to know people. And I always say the best part about this, and a lot of people will ask me, it must be difficult opening a pandemic, and it is. I'm not going to say it's not, but the best part about it is having an opportunity to get to know people and really have conversations with people in the community that I don't think I would have been able to have under normal circumstances. So I truly see this as a blessing.
So, if you've not been here, you know I'm all about supporting local businesses. If you've never been to 7North Coffee, come on, check it out. And Doug, you have graciously offered up a $20 gift card.
Yes.
So as we usually do, you have to like, share, and comment to be entered to win. And then I will reach out to you directly from the random drawing. One person will win the $20 gift card. So Doug, thanks, I appreciate it. I wish you all the best. And they are where the old Lexi's used to be, right on Lincoln Street. So until next time, you guys take care. Talk to you soon.